Hello everybody, what do? Bring you guys another analysis video. This was requested by Jojo. He wanted me to look at a set and give him tips on a Zelda player that he fought. So we are going to look at Pete versus Zelda. And just to get this out the way, for those that don't know, I do give lessons. So if you guys are interested, you can hit me up on Twitter or join my Discord, and there's a section where you can sign up for lessons. All that is in the link description below. So with that out the way, let's check out what went down in this set. We got Puffscrub805 Zelda versus Jojo's Peach. Let's see what happened. No, okay. Damn, you sure you need my help? What the hell? You should I even be looking at this? Oh, Jesus Christ, him to death. What the? Should I even be looking at this? Like, what is that for me to say? Okay, let's alright, let me calm down. Alright. Let me look at this here. Yeah, you gotta float a bit higher. Now, I've gotten caught with this before. I'm thinking I'm out of range and I get clipped like this. So yeah, if you're going to approach Zelda while she has the Phantom and you're trying to go over it, you gotta go a bit higher. But also keep in mind that even if you float over the Phantom, you're still in the air and you have to come down. So if you're coming down towards Zelda, she can get ready to anti-air you. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, one thing I will say is you doing this. This is not good. I mentioned this a lot in other videos that I analyzed. But doing this is not good. Because when you're floating that way, one, you have to come down. Two, the opponent doesn't have to chase you. So they could be around your landing zone, and if you air dodge or swing, they can punish you. But you toss the turn that went for the ledge, so that was good. But then you do it again. And this time, he's charging the Phantom. And you decide to pull back. So now that you pull back, if I was a Zelda, I would like go near you and be like right around here. To see if either you're gonna go for the ledge or you're gonna come down swinging. And if you try to do anything, depending on the timing, I have this Phantom right here as insurance to snuff you out. So right here, you pretty much put yourself in a crash spot. The Phantom's gonna cover the ground. Zelda can just cover the air. Or just stay here, and if you try to do anything, you know, you're on your landing, you can get punished for that. See, like this right here. Did he punish you for this? Yep. That's what I was talking about. So he sees you in the air, right? So he goes near you. Well, actually, no. He decides to try to hit you. He didn't aim it high enough, which if you would have did, he probably would have caught you. But then you come down swinging, which at the distance that you was at, you're not gonna punish him in time for that. Then you get upbeat. So even if this situation didn't happen, you still put yourself in a bad spot by doing this. You could have aimed that a bit higher and he would have caught you. I don't know why he didn't. But yeah, either way, you put yourself in a bad spot. And this is also not good. This is not good from both you and the Zelda player. And I'm gonna tell you why. You're all the way up there. this Zelda player doesn't have to chase you. All he has to do is wait for you to calm down. You just burn a resource for no reason. He can't catch you up there unless he goes for like a YOLO up B, but again, he has to time it. And that's too much of a commitment. He might as well just keep it chill. Just wait for you to calm down. Because once you calm down, the only thing for the opponent to really look out for is for you to come down swinging with an air attack or air dodge. So this is bad what you did. And then what Zelda did next, that was bad. He could have just waited for you to come down. Because now you're falling and he's falling. So he can't really shark your landing and punish it that well since he's not on the ground. And I guess he thought he was going to swing here, so he blocked, which really here, there's no need for him to block. He could have just chased your landing and tossed out like a burst option, like a dash attack and punish you. So both of you guys goofed here, but since I'm trying to give you the advice here, Jojo, don't do that. That's not... Don't burn your float that way. And excuse me if you heard that burp. Yeah, this floating thing, I'm not gonna keep mentioning it. Every time you do it, you already know that's not good. Okay, grab. He went for it. Okay, nice. Almost. I think in this case here, this is too slow. And he didn't even sweet spot. But doing that is too slow. Usually in this situation, I would Z-drop. I would Z-drop like near the platform. So in the case that the Zeldas don't sweet spot, a Z-drop would have got him. That barely missed him. So if you would have Z-drop on the teleport, would have been a lot better. And if they sweet spot, you have an easier time of two-framing them instead of going all the way in the air and then just like, you know, tossing. Okay. Almost. See, right here again. Instead of running back. Unless you might have thought he was going to land onto the stage, but still. Z-drop. Get into the habit of Z-dropping Zelda's recoveries. But he did land onto the stage, so it was an okay call. Okay, good wait. Waited for the jump. Good grab. Okay. Nice. And adds. But yeah, that was good. Oh, I thought you were gonna up air. But what you did was also smart. Like, you know what? I just want to get back onto the stage and then worry about my opponent, not put myself in danger. Okay. Nice. That's a punish. Oof. Yeah, I don't like that. And see, and then you come down swinging. Thing is Zelda, he's not that good at punishing you for doing stuff like that. If he was to do the stuff that I mentioned earlier, you will be getting punished for floating and then landing like that. See, the Zelda player will just have to wait for you to land. That's what he needs to do. But he's not. But okay, you got it. Game 2. And you had a bomb? First pluck of the day, a bomb. Jesus Christ. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, this is one thing. You have him in the corner. He's shielding. You decide to run away and get a turn up. Giving him time to create the phantom. And now he can either YOLO up B towards you or just slowly move towards the center of the stage. So you had a nice advantage and you gave it up because you wanted to run back and get a turnip. See? Now you're in the corner. Okay. All right, I'm gonna give you a tip. Just keep this in mind with everyone that you play, whether they're beginner, mid-level, or even a top player. You could be playing the best players in the world. Keep this in mind, right? When people jump like this, especially double jump, and you go near them, they're gonna be doing stuff like this. They're going to swing. So when somebody is landing, especially when they burn their double jump, get ready to bait something like this and then punish them. I see this all the time. No matter what skill level of play in this game, I see it all the time. You go near somebody, they're most likely going to swing because they're gonna think you're gonna do something aggressive. That's why the Zelda did a back air. So every time you go near somebody, wait. See what they do when they're landing towards you. Oh, I thought you were gonna Z drop. Let me see, what is a Z drop? Yep. Instead of jumping and doing this, which is too slow, Z drop. If somebody's inside of you like that doing attacks the way the Zelda did here, Z drop. You could have got like Z drop bear or Z drop footstool shenanigans. There's a lot of things you could have done. But yeah, Z drop out of shield. Now you need to be careful when floating like this, because if you're jumping like this and Zelda sees you, remember she can let go of the Phantom at any time she wants, unless she wants to have the Phantom sit there and have it cover her as she's moving forward. If she's not doing that, she can just let it go. So she's the player sees you jumping at them like, oh word, and does that, and you get hit because you try to come through with a fair. So yeah, don't jump towards somebody like this where they can see it and then you want to come down swinging, because again, they can move out the way, they can counter you. Hell, somebody's even good at it, they can just parry. Somebody's really good at parrying, they'll just parry all these type of stuff. But in this case, Zelda couldn't because, you know, it has Phantom, but you made this a bit too telegraphed and you got cut. Nice. Again. Well, actually, I don't think I mentioned this earlier. But as I said, when you go near somebody, and they come back onto the stage or whatever, they'll usually double jump and they want to do something. Zelda didn't do anything here, but she double jumped. She's screwed now. Since that double jump is gone, Zelda has to land. So you need to pay attention to when people jump like this. And here you could have went towards Zelda and did a QFR, which is something that came up in Smash 4, which stands for quick float release. You could have did that, whereas like you just run, you quickly ground flow and then let go, and then pull away to see like if the Zelda will swing or try to land on a platform, whatever. And if the Zelda would have swung or air dodge, you'd be in the perfect position to punish. Or they land on the platform, you know, you can get pressure. Because here, Zelda landed and jabbed for whatever reason. Don't know why Zelda's jabbing here. But it wasn't too bad because you're still underneath Zelda and you're keeping the pressure. But the situation could have been a bit better if you would have did what I just did. So when people are coming back, always look out for double jumps. Once that double jump is gone, go near them and see if they're gonna swing, you know, toss a move out or air dodge. Go for the ledge. Okay. I don't like this. Again, you put yourself in a bad spot, floating this way. Like there was no need for you to burn this float this early. Because now your jump is gone. So if he called out an air dodge or an attack and you get hit, not only is your jump gone, your float is gone. This is not good. And the Zelda decides to go towards you and try to hit you. Which in this case, no, this is bad on the Zelda's part. He should just wait for you to calm down. That's all you gotta do. Just wait for you to calm down. Okay, now he did this. Now he's not on the stage, so his options to cover how you want to get back onto the stage, they're very limited. Because now he has to recover back onto the stage. And look, now you're back onto the stage. He couldn't punch you in time. So yeah, if you fight someone that does what I'm saying, you do stuff like that, they're gonna blow you up for it. This Zelda's just letting you, you know, get away with that. So you're actually getting lucky on this part. But with this habit, you fight someone that does what I'm saying, you're not gonna have a good time. You're gonna be giving them free stocks or free damage. He should have just waited again. If anything, in this case, if this was me, I would have jumped and then not even burned the double jump. Or if I would have burned the double jump, like here, jump and then land. To see if you're gonna come down with an air dodge, if you're gonna stay up there a bit longer, if you're gonna jump. Which in this case, you jumped. So if Zelda would have just waited for that and then landed, be in a perfect position to shark you, which he could still shark you, but toss the turnip and he had to block it. Or whatever. So yeah, you don't do that anymore. Against this guy, this player, you could do that and you'll be fine because he's not very good at punishing that. But a smart player, they're gonna get you for that. And hold on a second. What in the world? Sorry about that. Have someone in the background. What? Okay. One thing to keep in mind when you fight every single Zelda player, whether they're noob, mid-level, or top Zeldas, when they're off the stage, you need to be mindful of how they're gonna up B. Because you may try to, like, I don't know, two-frame them or something, maybe with like a dare and whatnot, and they may not sweet spot the ledge, and you get clipped, or stuff like this happens. So what you do is, you jump, cool, jump, land, and then block. Don't do anything. So that way, if Zelda does this, you could have blew her up for it. She'd be dead right now. Or if they go for the ledge and they don't sweet spot, okay, fine. Zelda's on the ledge, and now you just proceed to ledge trap her. You still have control. Now you always have to check. I don't care how good the Zelda player is. You always have to check because sometimes they are going to do stuff like this. Especially if they don't respect you as a player and they think they can get away with this nonsense. I'm not saying this guy doesn't particularly, but just, you know, in general, keep that in mind. Okay, yep. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of damage. All right, that's it, no more. Yep, that's what I said. That's it, no more. 2, 3. Because after this, you're gonna keep going, and at this point, people they usually are going to toss out a move. That's why I said no more, and you went for more, and you got hit. See what I mean? I know, man. I know this stuff. Okay. I think after the turnip pull, I would have just blocked. You tried to toss it? Way too slow. Especially from the back. The hitbox of a turnip when you toss it behind you is going to come out in frame 11. That's definitely too slow. You should have just blocked. That way, Zelda pushes the button like this, and then you punish her. Oof. Barely. There you go. Yeah, we talked about that floating thing, but yeah, keep that in mind. Like after you're done like watching this analysis, really keep that in mind. And when you play again, don't do stuff like that. Even if you play an opponent and you know they'll let you get away with it, like when practicing, just don't do that. Even if you could get away with it, because if you fight someone that sees that and they do the stuff that I'm saying to punish you for that, you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna be giving them free damage. And then if it's a habit, you know what I mean? Oh, did you die here? Oh, he caught your roll. All right. And if it's a habit, you already know habits, they're hard to get rid of. Because it's in your muscle memory. You're so used to doing that all the time. It's programmed into your brain. So then when you gotta switch up, it's gonna become a problem. Oh, I know what you're going for. Okay. Just a grab. There. No. After this, don't get a turn up. Here, I will slowly move in and probably use double jump cancel fast falls or jump cancel fast falls, whatever, to bait some type of reaction and see if Zelda was gonna swing, either jump or swing. The fact that he did this, he gave Zelda enough time to do that. Now, if you would have done what I just told you, and Zelda was to do this, you could have punished her, or like gone behind or something. But you could have done something. But for that, you got hit. Also, don't do this anymore unless you really good at spacing it. Even then, don't come down swinging like this, because this could lead to a punish, especially the opponent's good at parrying. They can parry this. Like fair is 16 frames. So don't be doing stuff like this. And if you are, for whatever reason, make sure you space it. Because I see a lot of Peach and Daisy players do that, and then stuff like this happens. Yeah. See, what you did here was good. Because a lot of Zeldas, when you have a projectile and you go near them, they want to do that. He did it once. He didn't toss it. He sees you approach him. He's like, oh snap, he's probably going to toss it. Let me do it. And you were like, nope. So this was good. See what I mean? That floating stuff? This approach? And then you fared like super early. Yeah, don't do that anymore, my friend. And oh look, he parried. I was just talking about this. I was literally just talking about this. Okay, he sees you always want to do that. Come down, like go at him swinging or whatever. And he parried, and he got a decent punish. See what I mean? Yeah, you're a bit too aggressive with these fairs now. Yeah, see, he did it again, and look, you died for it. Well, almost. And he got you. You see? I was saying that, like, if the opponent parries, they're gonna get you. You've been doing that way too much, and look what happened. See what I mean? I know what I'm talking about. See, I told you, man. Oh, you grabbed it less twice. You need to be careful when doing that. Luckily for you, that Zelda didn't punish it, but you grabbing less twice like that, that's asking. And yep, what you did, you float to fair. Yep, yeah, this needs to stop. I'm not gonna bring this up anymore, but we already talked about this too many times. That needs to stop. The way you're approaching like that. Also, another thing is you need to stop doing this in neutral. Like, you'll be like on the ground and then you just sit here floating. Every time you do this, I want you to remember, every time you do this, you're putting yourself in a crap spot. It doesn't matter if the opponent tries to go up there and chase you and they can't reach you. Point is, the opponent doesn't have to. You have to come down. So if you come down with an air dodge or a button, as I said earlier, and the opponent just waits, they can punish you. Alright? So don't do that. Look, he did too. You air dodge and he caught you out your air dodge. You see that? Went towards you, you air dodge, and he punished you. Yeah, don't do that anymore. Yeah, another thing you tend to do, run back and toss the turnip. Like, you tossed the first one, right? You should be following up after that. Because the Zelda evaded. So you tossed that turnip and you decided to run away and get another one, and the Zelda's catching on, and that's why you got dash attacked. Like, think of a turnip like a free approach if you do it right. You know what I mean? Like, when you toss a turnip, follow up with it, because if it hits or the opponent blocks, if it hits, you know they're in hit stun. So now you can get close to the opponent. And in this matchup, you want to stay close to Zelda, so you don't got to worry about her freaking up being from the other side of the map and hitting you, catching you by surprise, or having her set up the Phantom. See, now he's waiting for you. See, this was actually good by Zelda. Okay, he noticed you do this a lot, so he pulled back to see what you would do, and then he sees you jump towards him, so he's like, okay, now I'm gonna kick you. See, he's starting to catch on now from what I was saying before. Oof. That was a good wait by Zelda. That was good on his part. Okay, here, as I said earlier, when somebody's coming down, if they have a jump, they're either gonna double jump, or if not, and they're landing near you, you have to wait. So if you would have waited and not done that, you could have punished Zelda for doing that. And even afterwards, Zelda still had to jump. Like, this type of things you need to pay attention to. It's like the little things that can go a long way. Zelda still had to jump. So you nared, and you get kicked. If you would have just waited for the opponent to like do something, you could have punished. So and keep that in mind. Yeah, from what I'm seeing here, you're in the air a bit too much. Your ground game is like non-existent, or there's like a lack of it, but majority of the time I just always see you in the air. See, you should have waited for the jump. Even though you did catch that, as I said, when people get up from the ledge, well, I didn't mention the ledge, but still, when people like are in these type of situations and you go near them, like you're slowly advancing towards the opponent, 8 out of 10 times they're going to do that. They're going to jump. Wait for that. But luckily for you, you was able to cover it with a bear. And you got the kill. Like, good stuff. Yeah, see, you're in the air too much, and he got you. You got anti-aired. And look at all this damage you took. You haven't even touched him yet. And now you got the hit. Another tip here. In these type of situations, when you do an attack that knocks the opponent back, in this case a dash attack around these percents, do not continue to chase. Do not try to attack the opponent again, because they are most likely can toss out a move before you can to hit them. So you're gonna be moving to an active hitbox, which in this case is that. So here I would have waited to see if Zelda was gonna jump, air dodge, or do something aggressive. In this case, a Nuchi B. So that way, they do any of that, you get a punish. Keep that in mind. Oof. That was, see, this was good. This is what I was talking about before. This was actually good by him. Cause like, okay, you're coming down. He could jump towards you and make it seem like he's gonna do something aggressive. And then he does nothing. He pulls back to see what you would do. He's like, oh, you did this? Okay, now I can get you. And he did a kick. Luckily for you, it wasn't a sweet spot, you'd be dead. But that's exactly why you don't do stuff like that. Yeah, you're in the air way too much with that type of stuff. And it is luckily for you, he's not waiting enough and sharking your landing. Because somebody was to do that, no matter what character they're using, you will be giving away damage and stocks. Yeah, that situation, you got a Z drop. You being in the air too much. You just waited, doing too much stuff in the air, and then coming at him, and now you get grabbed. Now your stock is gone. Yeah, see, again, getting anti-aired. Gotta stop that, my friend. Yep, and the approaches. Aggressive approaches. See, if you space the fair like that, you can't get punished. But again, you could get parried. He parried you twice. If somebody's good at parrying, he can get you. Which he's not parrying anymore. Oh. Still got it. Oh. Yeah, see, this is bad. Man, look what happened. See, all the opponent got to do is wait. I was mentioning it earlier, and now the Zelda player, he's starting to do it. And you're giving him free damage. So you had a nice lead, and you're throwing it away. Oh. You had a nice lead, and you doing stuff like that. You giving your opponent opportunities to bring it back. You hate to see that happen. You hate to have it happen to you. Oh, good God. But, yeah, man, you need to, like, not do that. So, This Zelda player, you could have won. He was slowly catching on, and he started punishing you for the stuff I said he should be punishing you for, like you floating all the way up in the sky, burning your float too early, and the opponent just has to wait for you to come down towards like the middle or end game. He started doing that, and the way you just always in the air and then approaching with like fair way too much, he was catching you for that and everything. And you doing that, you had it that game, and you just kept being in the air, giving him free damage, free opportunities to bring him back, and he did. He brought it back. So what I would say for you, from what I've seen here, you need to stop being in the air so much. That is the first thing. You need to stop floating like that in the air in neutral. That needs to stop, because you saw what happened. So that needs to stop. You need a ground game. Ground game needs to be worked on. So that way you have a mixture of both. So that way when there's an opportunity to go in the air for, like, you know, mix ups, bait and punishes, yeah, do that. And then when it's not granted to you and being on the ground will yield you better rewards, keep you safe depending on what the opponent is doing, you can unleash the ground game. But a ground game, from what I've seen here, it's either non-existent or it's weak. It's one or the other. So you need to work on that. Also, when somebody's coming back onto the stage or they jump from the ledge, you need to wait and see how they're gonna land. You need to gather that information first. A majority of the time you just go in and you don't check if the opponent is going to double jump or come down swinging. So you got a button check. Like that's a term I started using what was it, like a few days ago. Like I call it button check. So you gotta check if your opponent's gonna press a button, come down. So yeah, you have to button check your opponent a lot in those situations. And if you get a hit like at low mid percents, like with the dash attack thing I was talking about, you gotta remember when you run to your opponent, they can move before you. So they can either jump away, they can air dodge, or they can toss an attack out before you. And if you chase them, either you don't get anywhere or you move into a hitbox. So always go near your opponent, and again, button check. You always got to button check your opponent in those situations. That way you have something to work with. And once you see a pattern, then you know what to do when you hit somebody at low percent and they go flying. You know, like, okay, let me wait, because most likely he's going to swing. He swings, okay, go for the punish. Or let me wait for the double jump. Okay, he double jumps, let me keep chasing him, stay close to him or under him. Act like I'm going to attack. Button check the opponent again. See if they're going to air dodge or come down swinging. And then once they do that, punish them, and then rinse and repeat. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. That first stock that you took from me, I was like, oh shit. Like, dude, why you sent me this video? Do you really need my help? That first stock was good. You literally did death him, like you overwhelmed him. But I believe if you keep everything that I just told you, in mind, you could beat this guy. You could have. You won. What was the first game you won, I believe? So you just, all the stuff that I was talking about, they need to stop doing. You just gave him way too many opportunities to get you and bring it back and even win, especially that last game. So keep that in mind. Now you have another video they want me to look at. It was another set with him. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So hopefully this was helpful for you and to anyone else that saw this video. Hope you guys learned something. And yep, that's it for this. So thanks to all my new subscribers as well as my veteran subscribers. All you guys together are savages. Really appreciate you supporting the channel and whatnot. And I will see you guys tomorrow with another set of Peach versus Zelda. Jojo's Peach versus the same exact Zelda. We're gonna help the kid become a savage, so he goes fight these Zeldas and, you know, whip their ass. Cause that's what we about out here. This is why I do what I do. Until next time, my friends, have a lovely day. Bye bye.